that this is not any of those things. It's a digital asset. And it has functions and features of everything. So we just need to walk away from the past and stop framing things or putting those square pegs in the round holes and just saying, okay, this is a digital asset. It's different. Kind of Singapore's doing that. I think the Middle East will do that. I think that will be the prevalent way. Switzerland's done a pretty good job with that too. And who's going to make that decision is actually the millennial and Gen Z population. The more that they're involved in the space, the more the politicians will have to listen to them. And what this space is trying to do is change the opportunity set for these people. They came out of university and in their 30s with the most early 30s with the most expensive real estate of all time, most expensive equity market, the most expensive bond market, the most expensive credit market. So their forward expected return on their wealth is incredibly low, the lowest of any generation in history. They also are earning less in real terms than any generation in history. They have more debt than any generation in history as a group of 30-year-olds. So here is their opportunity. You better damn not well shut them out. This is like the ability for retail to participate in early stage VC, derivative markets, all of the things that have made rich people richer. And it's here for retail. And there's a lot of voters here. And these guys are pretty pissed off in how they've been treated, particularly by the financial world. And I think that is the battle that's coming. It's the battle of the generations. It's the fourth turning. Battle for who has control over this space. If you're a regulator with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So the CFTC, the SEC, the OCC, the Fed, I mean, everybody wants a say in this thing, right? Because it's power. Why? Well, because they kind of know it's big. That's interesting. So Gensler is trying to sound like he's the tough guy to get people on this side, saying, look, I'll take control of this, because a lot of these guys are boomers and they don't understand what this is all about. So he's saying, don't worry about it. I've got this. So he's trying to get power himself. But, I think the US is learning about the power of the number of crypto holders and how passionate they are about the space and how much money they have. And so I think there's a game changer to come from this. I think they will, as I said, they'll be forced to understand that this is not a 1934 securities law. What does the 1934 securities law actually do? It actually forces you to use an intermediary because you're not smart enough to go directly. That's basically the whole thing. Yep. You're not smart enough to take risk. Unless you've got $1 million, then take all the risk you want. You can go to a casino, you can buy a gun, but you can't invest in a startup. No. Why? Because it forces people into intermediaries, which is why the banks and the asset managers don't want change. But the behavior that is observable is if you see a group of people who fear change and change is coming, there will be others who will drive it. So disruption, you cannot put the genie back in the bottle. So my guess is there's 20 asset management firms around the world thinking, fuck it, how do we change everything? And that's happening everywhere. The music industry, the film industry, the media business, the insurance industry, the banking industry, everything. There's somebody thinking, fuck it, let's change it all.